Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're in the Congo. Tier 4 Japanese Battleship. Now you guys may recall recently we went through the Ishizuchi and after first struggling with it I found that I kind of enjoyed it. The Congo, not so much. I can't really put my... Okay, yes, I can. Here's my issue with the Congo. Okay. The guns suck. That's it. That's my issue with the Congo. Even with all the dispersion perks and stuff that I have for my commander and setting this thing up as best I can to be able to put as many shells on the target as I can, this thing is completely random where the shells decide they want to go. I missed a battleship point blank 3 kilometers away. That's point blank for a battleship. Okay, 3 kilometers away, full broadside salvo aimed at the waterline, and I managed to overshoot the target with most of the rounds and completely missed. Didn't even hit him. No ricochets, no overpins. Didn't hit him. How can a gun be that inaccurate? Especially one with all the perks. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now, let's go over the goods. Okay. It's decently mobile for a battleship. Reminiscent of the Ishizuchi, but not quite as good as the Ishizuchi as far as mobility goes. But we fire and we get a nice citadel penetration, and once it wouldn't be a Spartan replay if somebody wasn't ramming somebody. Whether it's me ramming him or him ramming me, it doesn't really matter. Somebody's getting rammed. It's just the way it is. But this Phoenix, broadside on, perfect example of what should absolutely be a deletion. Phoenix are notoriously easy to citadel, but the rounds basically went exactly where they had to do nothing. And I say nothing, I got 4,000 damage out of it, so it's not nothing. But compared to what I should have gotten with the single citadel being 10,000 damage, you can see why I say it's nothing. But the Phoenix is so easy to citadel, and to be completely broadside to me like that, and I pull the trigger and watch the rounds kind of do a dance in the air and somehow land where they do. It's weird. I don't like it. That's the reason why I do the dispersion builds. Now, we've got the backside of the Iron Duke. He's turning away from us. The good news is he can't really shoot us from there. As you can see, his guns are facing away from us, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stay broadside to him, because eventually those guns are going to get turned towards us, and I'd rather be bow tanking them than giving them the broadside of my ship and playing with RNG, because this is a Japanese battleship, which means it does get citadeled. So definitely something you gotta watch. This seems to be a little bit better as far as citadels than the Ishizuchi. Ishizuchi is like a guaranteed citadel. If they're giving you the side of their ship, it's a citadel. It doesn't matter where that round hits, it's a citadel. The Ishizuchi, definitely not something you want to give the broadside of your ship to. As far as being in an Ishizuchi, if you're giving the broadside of your ship, you're in trouble. And that goes for most things. But the Ishizuchi's issue that we had was that it had 305mm guns. So against cruisers, even destroyers, it was actually very, very good. But when you start slugging it out with other battleships, even when they're broadside on, you have trouble penetrating that thick citadel armor to get effective fire. Now, the Iron Duke is more preoccupied with the destroyer, and one, I'm happy for that, and two, I'm kind of like not blaming him, because who out of the two of us has more of a chance of absolutely wrecking your life right now? You're sailing away at a weird angle, so I can't quite get the penetrations I need to get a citadel, so I'm farming you for damage, but it's going to take a while, you know, with me reloading every, what, 10 sec or 15 seconds or something like that. No, it's longer than that. It's like 30 seconds. But we're alternating guns right now, so that's why it looked lower. But yeah, so we're bow tanking the Iron Duke now that he's focused on us. He realizes that the destroyer's not closing in on him, so he's not in danger of being torpedoed. So he needs to start taking down the guy that's hitting him for the most amount of damage, which is me at the moment. Now, then he starts firing at the cruiser that's over to my right, and it turns out to be a pretty good play because this next set that he fires before he dies, I believe, kills our teammate that's right there next to us. I don't know what he's in, but, yep, there he goes. It was a Kuma, so he managed to kill the Kuma. And was that secondary battery, so he got the close quarters expert? So, yeah, nice. Nicely done. While running away and managing to survive for a lot longer than he probably should have, considering I took 10,000 damage off him with the very first shot. But that being said, we've managed to take 29,000 damage so far. We've only got one Citadel. We haven't really been, you know, anywhere near trouble. So we've just been chasing this guy down and trying to finish him off. That being said, my team is losing. Alright? And that's something that you gotta kind of worry about. Because eventually, if enough of your teammates die, your odds of surviving is slim. Now, I noticed the Clemson, and I know there's a good chance he just launched torpedoes at me. So I'm keeping an ear out for the detection warning, because it will be a thing. Now you can see I'm aiming high because I had loaded high explosive for the Iron Duke and the Clemson, and here we get a nice little come on torpedo evasion, and they run out of steam. That may have actually ended up impacting me with one of those had it not disappeared right as I got to it. And with his last breath of hope, he manages to get several penetrations and get a very decent chunk of my health off right at the end before he goes away. Now this Ishizuchi, what did we just say about Ishizuchi's giving the broadside of their ship? Now that first salvo is high explosive. That's what we had loaded, that's what we fired. You don't want to switch you don't want to switch while you're loaded. I'd rather fire armor piercing at a destroyer than not fire anything. Because even if you're firing something that's not preferable, you're still doing damage, and you potentially break modules. Now, this Ishizuchi getting some rounds on us, but look at the way he's angled. Not well. Wait for it. Pow! There's another 10,000 damage, and that was just the Citadel, not the penetration that we got with it. So, yeah, definitely something you don't want to be doing too often in an Ishizuchi if you prefer to live. However, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're losing by one ship. We've got to try to pull it back. They've still got a destroyer out there, which is not preferable, but I believe the Clemson died, so that was a good thing. We don't have to worry about the Clemson. The other destroyer's further away, so I can kind of get away with sailing in a straight line and not having to worry about getting torpedoed for it. That being said, we're still getting good fire on the Ishizuchi, and guess who just got spotted? And they're only 2 squares away from me. The enemy destroyer. So, definitely not a preferable situation. He's very, very close to me. I'm trying to finish this Ishizuchi off, and you'll notice I am trying to sail away from the rest of his team while doing it. And you can see, I see the Furutaka here, aka the Furry Taco, and we're going to aim just a little off his bow, trying to get some shots into him, and nothing. 1 over penetration. Not preferable. Then we fire the front guns at him, and nothing. See what I'm saying about being inaccurate? These guns are crap. Crap and a cracker on a cruddy Tuesday. Not gonna lie. But, again, if you sail broadside on in front of a battleship enough, eventually you're gonna get punished. And that was a paddling. Wait for it. Can we get loaded? Are we going to finish him off? Is the enemy, or is the friendlies going to finish him off first? Now, it's a 3v3. It's anybody's ball game. And as you can see, there are lots of torpedoes coming towards us. So we're going away from them. Now, they've already killed the destroyer, but this Furutaka also has torpedoes. And I know that, and yet for some reason in my head, I didn't register it. And now they look very, very, very good. We're going to take at least 2 of them. Unless, of course, they're out of range. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Just one of those things that you just have to laugh about. That moment when you know that you're going to get torpedoed. And if I'd have got hit by 2 of those, that's what, 20,000 damage at least? So, that doesn't leave me a whole lot of cheddar on the biscuit. And now this Iwaki has a death wish. It's me and a destroyer versus him. Now, my destroyer's in a smoke screen. I don't know if he's detected. This Iwaki is definitely bow tanking me, which is not preferable. However, he gives me just enough angle on his hull here. Wait for it. Come on, fire the guns. And got him. Just enough. Just enough of an angle to penetrate that citadel and absolutely devastating strike. Take him down. And that takes us up to 84,000 damage, and that leaves us with just 1 single ship remaining. But here's a key. I'm going to be capturing a zone very soon. And we already have the lead. We have the lead because we have less ships killed. Alright? They still have a New York, but we have me and the destroyer. So, and I don't know, maybe we got a cap before they did. Maybe we got a little bit of a head start on points. But, you know, sometimes winning isn't about killing everything. But by golly, I'm going to try. So I'm going to go in, but I'm telling my destroyer, and he's listening. He's actually listening to me because he keeps signaling back to me. All right, I understand, and all of that good stuff. So good. A teammate that's willing to not get himself killed for the better of the team. It seems like a simple thing, but you'd be surprised how many people would be like, I'm in a destroyer, I got no health left, but I got to kill this battleship, I'm going to run in there and die. Because that's what would happen. You got less than 1,000 health or whatever left. That guy doesn't even have to have high explosive loaded. His secondaries could kill you, or if he fires at you and hits you, you're dead. So I keep telling him, I'm like, hey, wait on me. I'll get in there, I'll engage the guy, and once I've engaged him, fire your torpedoes, and it'll be fine. We'll be able to sink him, no problem. I also call out that it looks like the battleship is coming out the right side of the island, so I'm going to cut him off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just heading straight for C. We already capped, or we are capping B while we're here, because, I mean, why not? I mean, technically, we were sailing this way anyway, so why not cap, or is it D? I think it's D. But we capped D, and C is being capped by the battleship. Now, he does know that I'm here, and he turns away, unfortunately not giving me the juicy broadside of a ship. But he's still stern tanking me. And that's not the position you want to be in, because your stern armor is not as thick as your front armor, which allows a lot more penetrations than your front armor. As you can see, the difference between me and him at the moment, I have my armor facing him and slightly angled. He has his rear armor facing me, and he's about to turn a little bit, and are we going to get a good hit? Just one. Just one single hit out of that. Come on, game. But this is what I'm talking about. Look at him now. He is broadside on in front of us. I'm going to go ahead, try to swing the rear guns around and see if I can get a salvo from them into the side of his ship. Now, he made the turn because he assumed that he was going to be torpedoed. Probably because the destroyer got spotted. Because the destroyer did not wait until I had fully got his attention. The destroyer rushed it, and there he misses his chance. Now, there's only 37 seconds left in this match. If I'm going to kill the man, I need to start penetrating. We managed to bounce a lot of rounds there, couple anyway, off the hull, just angling as the rounds come in. And you can see our destroyer buddy just firing high explosive at him, and we're aiming at the waterline. And I think what's going on here is that we don't have the penetration power to pin the torpedo belt of the ship, because it acts as spaced armor. You've got the torpedo belt armor, and then you've got the actual hull of the ship. So what I think happened there was that I aimed too low, and I hit most of the shots into the torpedo belt, therefore not giving me any damage. But we still had a pretty good game. We broke 100,000 damage, we got 1 kill, 4 citadels, we managed to pull it back from the brink of a loss. And so if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.